Okay, so afternoon guys, welcome to another episode of the Bearded Berserker with me, Matt, and I hope you're having a fantastic day out there, whatever you're doing, whatever you're getting up to, wherever you are in the world. And before I start, a huge massive thanks to each and every one of you that subscribe to my channel, watching my videos, liking what I'm doing, commenting. I do read each and every single comment that is made, and I will reply to them where applicable. So please feel free to subscribe if you haven't, and keep on following, because what I'm doing on this channel is not about myself. It's actually about small brands, small companies, small businesses, individuals, families, etc. that are making some amazing products. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this about each and every single massive brand out there. But when it comes to it, massive brands have the money, the time, the energy and the power to be throwing millions, thousands into promoting, marketing their products out there, using models and everything else that these smaller guys don't have. And they have to work almost like triply hard in order to get their products onto the market and sort of seen, because they don't have the sort of capital that they can throw into these marketing campaigns and advertising like the massive brands do. So I'm purely concentrating on smaller brands. Now, all of the reviews that I do, whether it's beard products, skin products, hair products, whatever it is, I'm not affiliated to the brand whatsoever. I will give you my complete, honest opinion about the product and whether I like it or don't like it, and I will kind of tell you accordingly. So with all the skin products, beard products and hair products that I am reviewing, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the packaging, what's inside, price of it, whether I think it's worth it, whether it works and everything. And with the skin products, beard products and hair products, afterwards I will score them out of 20. 20 being absolutely fantastic, 10, yeah, it's all right, nothing to write home about. 0, I wouldn't touch it with a shitty stick. So that's kind of how I score stuff that I review. And like I say, stuff that I go out and buy myself or stuff that's been sent through, I'm just here to give you guys my honest opinion. Now, a couple of days ago, basically I got a product through in the post to have a look at, see what I think of. And it's a UK company, brand called Gunslingers, and which surprised me. Because looking at the labelling and packaging and everything like that, I kind of assumed, which I should have learnt nothing by now, is not to assume or judge a book by its cover or anything, but it looks very, very American, Americana, cowboy, gunslingers, wax and everything like that. And very surprised to know that or learn that it was a UK brand. Now, as with all the reviews that I do on the products, I have actually used them. This is not just an unboxing or looking at it. I have actually used this over the past couple of days, in which anything I do get to review that comes through or I go out and source myself, I will use first. So I know how it performs, what it's like, how to use it and everything, so I can give you guys a kind of honest opinion, and I know how it works. So it's not just an unboxing. Now, first off the bat, like I say, it is from the UK. There's the labelling on it. And the cool thing with this as well, not only is it made in the UK, it's also cruelty free. Basically means it hasn't been tested on animals, and why animals need any hair products in them, I have no idea whatsoever. So that is a good point. And another good point, number 2, is it's 100% vegan friendly, which means vegans, vegetarians out there can use it. And it's nice to see a product out there for vegans and vegetarians as opposed to just carnivores and meat eaters and stuff. So first of all, their packaging, I'll hold it up close so you can see it. It looks very, very American, and you can see why I would possibly think that it was an American brand with the name Gunslingers and everything else like that. On the back of it, you've got all your directions for use and everything else. I assume that's batch number down the bottom, barcode and everything is recyclable as well, which is good to see. And I don't know whether you can notice that on the side, it's almost kind of got a distressed, crackled sort of marking on it, which I thought for a start when I first got it through there was a paint chipping and falling away, but it's not. It's actually designed like that, and you can possibly just see it kind of on the back of it. Absolutely love the design of it. It's absolutely stunning. All their products that I've had a look at on their website have got the same sort of labelling on them. This one is the matte pomade. They do waxes, clays, your regular pomades, and that's kind of how they come. And as you can see on this, it says easy hold, low shine. Now, I do like my pomades for my hair because I've got very fine hair, and I do like kind of like having it back. I wouldn't say necessarily Viking style, just in my style, like having it back. And because my hair is quite fine, I do almost like having it put back into that style, not having to spray it and stuff like that, that I can just put some product in it, whack it back, and it stays like it for the day. So it's always interesting when I try a new product to see how they perform, especially over the past few days. It's been so windy here, ridiculously windy and cold. It's almost like winter's come back again and spring and summer's disappeared. Swig of coffee. But I really do like pomades and stuff like that. I think the packaging is absolutely top notch. The cowboy on the top, 2 crossed revolvers and gunslingers, and it's a beautiful looking thing. It's a very eye-catching design that they've used on there, and top notch for whoever out there has designed it. So unscrewing it, because it comes in a screw tin. Remember, whenever you've got any clay products, hair products and stuff like that in a tin, always make sure that the lid is done up tightly, because clays, waxes especially, can dry out very, very quickly. So always make sure that that's locked on there tight, and that you haven't got sort of loads of air going in there, otherwise it will dry the product out. Now you can see where I've scooped a chunk out to try on my hair and see what it's like. This does have a scent to it. And the only way I can describe the scent is fresh, clean barbershop smell. You know that kind of smell when you walk into a barbershop and it's that really kind of clean, like everything's been cleaned down and you've got some of the scents from the products lingering about. It's that sort of a scent on it. Very clean, very fresh, almost barbershop-y sort of scent. Now this is, obviously, as you know, matte pomade. Now, pomade technically, going back, was kind of like your petroleum-based stuff. You can still buy products out there which are. You're now starting to get the hybrid stuff, which is water-based pomades and stuff. You can get low shine, medium shine, high shine, dating back all to the sort of 1940s and beforehand, where people would use grease in their hair to literally slick it back. When my granddad, bless him, was still alive, he used to use sort of like almost like a Brill cream pomade, and I always sort of remember the scent of that. This is very similar to that sort of scent, so it's kind of quite reminiscent of my youth. But of him sort of like doing his hair, and he'd always have it look sort of really smart, not slicked back, but kind of combed over and back, and everything looked, always used to look impeccably smart, as gentlemen back then did. Not like us ruffians nowadays. Now, because this is a water-based pomade and not a grease-based pomade, you can restyle it. I have tried restyling it. I've restyled it twice actually on my hair yesterday and today to see what it's like. And it's quite a decent firm hold. It doesn't fly around everywhere. I've been in a town twice and my hair's not blown everywhere. So it's a really good strong hold on it, which is nice, even though the tin does say easy hold. It's quite a strong hold on this, which is nice, especially if you've got flyaway hair and you want it kind of kept in that style. But basically, if it does go out of style, you can either wet a comb, wet your hands or something, rub your hands together or flick off the excess water from your comb, restyle it, and within a few minutes it actually stays back in. It basically almost resets itself. It is a low shine to it. I don't know whether you can see mine. It's quite a low shine. My hair does tend to go darker once I've got a product in it. Otherwise it's usually kind of like a blondie sort of white grey colour, but it's a really good product. And one thing that's cool with the hybrid pomades and water-based pomades is, if you can imagine using a petroleum-based pomade, kind of the stuff that they used to use, it takes a lot to wash out because it's not a water-soluble product. So you'd have to wash it 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 times to get the whole stuff out from your hair that you've put in it. With the newer stuff that they've got out there, there's even high shine and medium shine products out there. Because they are a water-based pomade, they do wash out very easily, 1, maybe 2 washes at the most, not having to continuously scrub your hair and wash your hair, which, as we know, washing your hair, unless you're using kind of like a fairly neutral shampoo, is bad for it because it strips all the oils out from your skin, dry, flaky skin, dandruff and everything else like that. So the less you wash your hair, kind of almost like the better that it is. Now these come in tins, as we said, and basically they come in a 75ml, which this is 75ml, and the cost of it is £8.95, which I'm very surprised at. Looking at the packaging on it, the styling of it and everything else, I would have said that this would have gone for more around about the 15, maybe 17 quid, maybe even up to £20 sort of mark. So I was very surprised to see it retailing at £8.75. Like I say, they do loads of stuff, your classic pomades, waxes and clays and everything. But for the matte pomade, it is a very, very, very good product. Very well kind of like priced. I doubt very much you could find something that looks that good, that performs that well for that sort of price without it being, like say, up into around about sort of 15 to £20 marks. And I am really pleasantly surprised with that and how good it was, considering they are a smaller brand, company, business, if you know what I mean. I'm very surprised as well that it's a UK brand, that they managed to bring something out that, because that whole Americana thing is in at the moment, and to be honest, I love that whole Americana sort of style packaging and stuff like that, old barbershop style packaging, 1930s, 40s, 50s, even earlier than that packaging. And I think it does give the product a lot more of a sense of class about it. A lot of the stuff nowadays is trying to be modern and everything else like that. That retro stuff of kind of like where men used to be men and gentlemen were gentlemen and everything like that, it's kind of like a long gone era, and I just love that whole sort of packaging of it. Even though it's not a US brand, it's a UK brand, I think the packaging that they've used for it is top notch, because it kind of brings out that whole sort of American feel to it, where pomades and sort of stuff almost nearly sort of started out with a whole rocker and greaser look, and eventually came across to the UK. Is obviously we had the mods and rockers and everything over in the UK, but it's a fantastic product. The scent on it is very nice. The scent's kind of lasting a few hours, almost tends to kind of reinvigorate the scent when you sort of restyle it and put a bit more water through it and everything. It's great for the day. I will literally go to work, do my morning shift, check it over lunch, doesn't look too bad, sort of just style it a little bit, do it again, come home in the evening, and literally has not changed at all since I've been out. So it's a very good product. It holds everything in place. Like I say, it is a low shine, so it's not a real greaser looking thing. It is a hybrid pomade, so it does wash out with water. It is easy to remold, reshape, restyle, and it's a great product. And it comes to scoring it out of 20. And because of the packaging, because of the scent, because of the product, how well the product performs, and especially the price of it, £8.95, which is no money at all, because literally using this earlier for my hair, which I know isn't a lot, but I've got down almost like to halfway down my back and my neck, I am possibly using that. That is literally all I'm using, working it through my hands, popping it in, giving it a style, and that is as much as I use for a day. So this is going to last you a long while, being 75 mils. And like I say, the scent on that is very clean, barbershoppy sort of scent. I wouldn't say there's any particular scent to it, but it's just a clean, hygienic, old style barbershop smell. And I'm going to score it out of 20, a straight up 20 out of 20. Reason is, like I say, price point, bang on, labelling, spot on. The product inside, which actually matters more than the packaging, is spot on. So they've literally ticked each and every single box on that. And I would be very interested to see and review what their pomade is like. It would be nice to see if their pomade matches up to their matte pomade. Because like I say, I love all that whole sort of pomade and slip back rocker sort of style and everything else like that. So I'm going to be buying one of their actual pomades off of them to see what that is like compared to the matte pomade. And I'll be doing a review on that when I get it through. But thank you very much to Gunslingers for sending that through. It's an absolutely stunning product. You should be very, very happy with what you've created. I absolutely love it. And I defy anybody to go out there and buy this, try it and not like it, because I think it's a stunning product, and thank you to them. So that ends another one of my reviews. Now, like I say, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I've got loads more reviews coming up soon, so please stay tuned for that. I've got the last part of the Savage Alchemy coming up, the Obsidian range, beard balm, beard oil, beard butter, so stay tuned for that. I've got a couple of other reviews also coming up. So please stay tuned for that. I like to say I'm over there on Instagram as Viking Beard Matt, down here obviously as Bearded Berserker. So if there's anything you want to see, any questions you want to ask, please feel free to message me over on Instagram, comment down below, because I will read and reply to each and every message that is put through. Thank you guys. Keep on taking care of each other. Oh, and by the way, before I finish, I will be putting links to Gunslingers down below in the description box. So please give them a check out, because they're brilliant products. But thank you guys. Keep on growing those beards. Keep on taking care of each other. Keep on looking after each other. Keep on loving each other. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of The Bearded Berserker. Have a great afternoon, guys. Thank you for your time.